I'm back with another album review. This is the grand finale of my Metallica album review marathon, and today's review is on S&M2. This is a live album that was made as a follow-up to S&M, which I talked about a while back. Since Michael Kamen sadly passed away in 2003, Metallica didn't collaborate with the San Francisco Symphony Orchestra for 20 years. March of 2019 was when they announced S&M2, which was meant to commemorate the 20th anniversary of S&M. The performance took place on September 6th and 8th, 2019 at the Chase Center in San Francisco, and was conducted by both Michael Tilson Thomas and Edwin Outwater, even though Michael was the conductor for a handful of songs. When it comes to the San Francisco Symphony Orchestra, some of the same musicians in the first S&M were involved, while there are also some new faces this time around. There were dozens of people on violins, several on violas, some on cellos, several on upright basses, 3 on flutes, 3 on oboes, 3 on bassoons, 7 on horns, 4 on trumpets, 4 on trombones, 4 on percussion, Jeffrey Anderson on tuba, Edward Stephen on timpani, Douglas Rioth on the harp, and Mark Shapiro on keyboard. The album was produced by Greg Feidelman, James Hetfield, and Lars Ulrich. Greg also mixed the album. The recording engineers were John Harris, Jay Vicari, and Brian Flansbaum. The recording crew consisted of Brian Viberts, Bob Whartonby, Charlie Campbell, Mike Fortunato, Jimmy Goldsmith, and Dave Schwerkolt. The album was engineered and edited by Sarah Lynn Killian, Dan and Jim Monty, Jason Gossman, Kent Mack, and Billy Joe Bowers. Bob Ludwig mastered the album at Gateway Mastering in Portland, Maine. The album was released on August 28th, 2020 on Blackened Recordings. Now, of course, my copy actually came with the Blu-ray, because this is the version that I paid for. It also has 2 CDs, just like the first S&M. And now let's talk about the songs, starting with the ones on disc 1. The intro to this album is Ecstasy of Gold, which is a cover of the song by Ennio Morricone. Fun fact, this is the same song that was the intro to the first S&M performance. Now, the next song is Call of Cthulhu, which was originally on Ride the Lightning. After that is For Whom the Bell Tolls. It's another song that first appeared on Ride the Lightning. This track first was released as a single on August 20th, 2020. Up next is The Day That Never Comes. The original version is on Death Magnetic. Next up is The Memory Remains. The song first appeared on Reload, followed up with Confusion, which first appeared on Hardwired to Self-Destruct, which is what my previous review was on. That was followed up by Moth into Flame, which is also originally on Hardwired to Self-Destruct. Now, this track was released as a single on August 5th, 2020. But what's after that is The Outlaw Torn. The original version is on Load. What comes next is No Leaf Clover. Now, the song actually made its debut during the first S&M. The finale of disc 1 is Halo on Fire. The first appearance of the song was on Hardwired to Self-Destruct. Now for the songs on disc 2. The intro to disc 2 is Intro to the Scythian Suite. Now, this is the first of 5 tracks in a row to have Michael Tilson Thomas as the conductor. The song after that is Scythian Suite, Opus 20, the second. The Enemy God and the Dance of the Dark Spirits. The original version was written by Sergei Prokofiev. Now, the song that comes next is Intro to the Iron Foundry. Up next is The Iron Foundry, Opus 19. The song was originally written by Alexander Masalov. Next up is The Unforgiven 3. The song was originally on Death Magnetic. The next song is All Within My Hands. The first appearance of the song was on the infamous Saint Anger. Kirk Hammett and James Hetfield played acoustic guitars for this song. Avi Vinokur even performs backing vocals. It's also where we go back to having Edwin Eltwater as conductor. The song was released as a single on July 15th, 2020. That's followed up by Anesthesia, Pulling Teeth. The song originally appeared on Kill 'Em All. Scott Pingell performs a bass solo, even though he used an electric upright bass. He followed up with Wherever I May Roam, which initially appeared on the Black Album. What comes after that is One. The song's first appearance was on Injustice for All. What comes after that is Master of Puppets, which first appeared on the album of the same name. The song after that is Nothing Else Matters. The initial appearance of the song was on the Black Album. The song was released as a single on July 15th, 2020. The grand finale of this album is Enter Sandman, which is the first song on the Black Album. This is where we go back to having Michael Tilson Thomas as a conductor, and he even played the keyboards during the song. When researching this album, I read that it peaked at number 4 on the Billboard 200, but was number 1 on the US top classical albums, rock albums, and hard rock albums. It was certified gold in Poland by selling over 10,000 copies over there and peaked at number 3 in that country. Granted, placing this album under classical is kind of stretching it because it's more in the realm of symphonic metal. This album mostly received positive reviews from critics and even has a 78 on Metacritic. It's just that Pitchfork gave it a 5.2 out of 10. This further proves that Pitchfork sucks worse than Rolling Stone magazine when it comes to reviewing music. Now for my thoughts. Personally, I really enjoyed this album. I don't think it's as good as S&M1, but it is a great album overall. I don't know if there will ever be an S&M3, but only time will tell. Overall, I highly recommend this album, and I especially recommend getting the version with the Blu-ray. If you don't have a Blu-ray player, you can always get the version with the DVD of the performance. Now it's the part where I question you. Have you listened to S&M2? If so, what do you think about it? What's your favorite song from it? How do you think this album compares to S&M1? Do you think there will ever be an S&M3? Let me know in the comments. If you liked the video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Be sure to press the notification bell to notify future videos. Thanks for watching. I'll be back soon with another video.